So, the last couple times I played this, it's been pretty ridiculous. But I'm just gonna play fantasy, and we're just gonna... Wizard has always proved to be very interesting, so I'm just gonna play Wizard. And, what was I last time? I think the last time I played a Wizard... Oh yes, that's right, I know what I did. Oh no, I'm here to make this thing go fucking crazy. So I'm only here to, like, I'm pretty much just gonna violently, become violent to everybody I see. So we're just gonna see how that works out, because I've done some good scenarios and I've made some pretty good stories with this thing. But today, I'm just gonna try to make this thing just, like, die. So we're gonna see what happens. What do you want the... There's only 2 of you, so, like, what do y'all want the name to be? Any ideas? Wizardo the Foolish. I kind of like that one. It's a good one. Yeah, that is true. Garbage in, garbage out. You second that? Okay, that's what we will be then. Wizardo the Foolish. I've seen some pretty good custom settings that people have made that are really great. Like you die and, like, go to heaven, and then God becomes a condescending asshole. So it's very good. On a magical spell put called the... Okay, this is status quo, basically. You are Wizardo the Foolish, a wizard living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a staff and a spell book. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at a ruin you've been looking for. This is pretty standard. You have come here searching for a mystical spell book of great power called the Book of Essence. You look around and see a massive pile of ash and burnt bones. Remains of thousands of slaves and soldiers burn in a large pile around the ruins of a huge fortress. You know this place. It was taken over in a siege by your king, taken back from the Ushksha, who had conquered it. All the Ushk were killed, all but one. Okay, that's good. Is he around? Look around for the Ushska. Or, excuse me, I spelled that wrong. Yeah, whatever. Like, fuck the book. I'm here to throw hands with this guy. You stand up and look around. You immediately stab behind by a soldier. Got another one, boys. Fresh meat. God, I'm like, basically already stabbed in the back. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I guess... font a little bit bigger. Is there a setting for that, actually? Kind of, display. Game font, text size. Oh, okay. Let's see. Save that. Okay, that's actually really large. But is that okay? Like, is that too big, too small? Like, is it fine? I know that looks good for anybody else, like, sitting on that, but you can make it slightly smaller if it's too big for you. I'll go just a teensy tiny bit smaller, but I don't really need it to be too small. How about right there? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, XSplit's kind of like, since I have a 4K monitor and it's kind of reading my resolution to be really large, like stretching it out, it doesn't completely fill the areas, so it looks a little bit strange, but... I'm just gonna say ow. I'm gonna, like, what kind of soldier is he? You're a wizard, you're not supposed to allow such things to hurt you. Haha, he laughs as he drives the sword into your stomach. Don't worry, it'll all be over soon. But that's the thing. It doesn't. I don't know, I'm gonna say something like, you've activated my trap card or something, and just like see where it takes it to. Activated my trap card. You know, there's a have you ever you saying suplex that bastard reminds me, have you ever watched Vinesauce Joel? He's pretty much like suplexed like God. It was fucking incredible, like how stupid this fucking shit can be. Man looks confused for a moment before he explodes. Or he explodes. You think that covered in blood and guts. You're going to have to be more careful. You can't mess around like that. Well, he just stabbed me. Yeah, see, Joel, he does some fucking hilarious stuff. He hasn't played this in a while, but I know Vinny plays this a lot. I think there's a few people on here who probably play this pretty often, but I can't mess around like that. He was attacking me. What do you mean? The rest of the soldiers look at each other and look at you, clearly wondering if they should attack you now or be cautious. They decide to attack and charge towards you. So the last time I played a wizard, all I did was dance, and it worked. Like, I basically ascended to heaven and became a god just by dancing. All I wanted to do was dance, and I killed people while I danced. It was incredible. So I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna suplex them all. Of course, the time that Joel suplexed like everything caused the game to break, and it was like before Dragon was ever invented. Like, it was just I guess it was just the old AI, and it just didn't work out so well. But it was still funny. You jump up and pick out a few as they pass by and fling them into other charging soldiers. Once again, you are reminded of when you were in the arena. It seems you're going to have to kill them all by yourself, as none of the slaves are willing to help you. Finally, everyone is dead and you're standing there panting. Okay, I win. I've won. Slaves? Okay, how about, let's see. I throw them at each other and kill them? That's pretty neat. But nonetheless. I don't know, fucking... So, has anyone seen the... fucking, however the hell you spell it, hanging around here? You know, that's actually good. That's actually pretty good. I'll do that if anybody answers where the fuck this creature is supposed to be. Yeah, hopefully I don't just get attacked by fucking nothing. An extremely tall man, almost a giant, appears in a flash of light. A bright red cloak wrapped around him, and he has a large axe in his hand. I'm the last Uksha. And you'll find me only in death. Let's play, he yells in a deep booming voice. The fight does not go well for you. Well, yes it does, because I'm just gonna use a resurrection spell on the soldiers to create undead slaves to fight for me. Like, who do you think I am? Oh, I'm getting a phone call right now. I'll have to text them. I don't have time to answer this at the moment. You begin chanting. More soldiers die. You quickly learn that this magic is beyond you, however, as the last remaining bits of your life are drained from you, rendering the spell useless. But I tried to bring them back to life, not kill them. Okay. This isn't going to be good. Spare me? Like, so I can fuck you up anyway? See what he says. You, spare you? He laughs. I've come too far to stop me. For you, I've come too far to stop me now. I'll have your life essence and soon I will make my way back home. Then I'll take over. You wait and see. You won't stop the inevitable. All. You're alone. Like, you're by yourself. How are you supposed to... You know what? Fuck this. Bitch slap the... shot. I don't know, fuck. Dick kick! Kick a crunch. You slap him in the face. He looks very surprised by this action and stares at you. Why did you do that? He says calmly. You know that won't help you. Just like as a big, giant bastard, you just get fucking bitch slapped by a fucking tiny wizard. Okay. Kick him in the balls. Like, yeah, that's even if I died, I would have died a badass. Like, I just fucking slapped some giant dude. You go over and give him a slick kick in the groin. He crumbles to the ground, clutching his package. Why did you do that? You should know that that won't help you either, he says again. You stare at him in disbelief. How can he remain so calm? Now you'll pay for your insolence. But he's crumpled to the ground, right? So, what else is like a demeaning form of violence? Just like something stupid. Oh, I know. Not really a form of violence, but a wet willy. Yes! Yes, I read your fucking mind, or you read mine one, whichever the one comes first. You give him a wet willy. You give him wet willy. You quickly jab your finger into his ear and he pulls away from you, an angry look in his eye. My mother used to do that to me when I was little and it annoyed me then. It doesn't annoy me now, but it won't help you either, he says. He raises his hand and a bolt of lightning appears. Yes, exactly. I was like, what's some stupid thing that you can do to somebody that doesn't make any sense whatsoever? And a wet willy is definitely one of them. How about, yes, perfect, perfect. I was like, what is another thing that's fucking stupid? Give him a noogie. Let's see what happens now. You reach over and start noogieing him. He doesn't seem to know what to do since he just stands there and takes it. Why did you do that? You should know that that won't help. Well then, tell me what you will, you say, getting frustrated. He looks at you for a moment. I don't know, kick him in the shin. Followed by an Indian burn and a wedgie. I'm definitely going to do that. I was thinking of an Indian burn earlier. I just didn't know how it was gonna react. You let out a powerful roundhouse kick to his shin. He falls back in pain, clutching his shin. Why did you do that? Now I'll have to kill you, he screams. He raises his hand and a giant fireball appears. You're too late. The fireball is launched at you. You think I give a shit? Give him an Indian burn. Perhaps a double purple nurple. Yes, titty twister. Hell yes. You reach over, grab his arm, you begin to give him an Indian burn, but unfortunately your other hand doesn't do the trick. He slowly turns his wrists and the burning sensation gets more intense. Your skin begins to burn, but you keep a firm grip on him. Eventually he pulls his arm back and burns your hand off in the process. Oh, you think I give a shit? Give him a wedgie. I wonder if I'll ever kill him doing this shit. You reach over and grab his underwear. You pull as hard as you can, but he remains calm. He reaches down and puts his hand on your throat. Do you know how long I've been training, he asks? This is nothing to me. He slowly increases the pressure. You begin to feel lightheaded. Yeah, this is just like nonsensical bullshit music at this point. Escape his grip and give him a purple. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive the AI will probably know what this is, considering it knows everything else so far. If it doesn't, then something good will happen, I'm sure. Just something stupid. Because probably my favorite thing about this... Oh. Okay. Well, anyway, as I was gonna say before I read that, probably my favorite thing about this is the AI says I'm going to do something, you're just like, nah, I'm good, like, and it does the same shit to you, really, but... You reach over and grab him by the neck, you put your other arm behind his neck and give him a big squeeze. He falls to the floor in pain and he slowly gets up but seems groggy. I don't feel so good, he says as his eyes start to gloss over. He falls back and slumps against the wall. That is not a purple nurple, but I'm gonna give it to you. I think I just won. I don't feel so good. Go over to him and stab him in the neck while he is passed out. Time to cook him! Give him a pink belly. Yes! I should have done that too. I just should have done even more just stupid, ridiculous shit. I want to see what happens if, Okay. You grab your dagger and go over to him, you grab his hair and raise your dagger. He wakes up and grabs your wrist. He twists it around and makes you drop the dagger. I told you I've been training, he says as he gets up. You think I'd pass an opportunity like that? Give him a pink belly. Like, I guess he wasn't really dead. I'd hope that I would kill him, but he didn't want to fucking die, I guess. You reach over and grab his pride. Hey, now hold on a second. He screams in pain and falls to his knees. You do your best to twist and pull, but he manages to compose himself. He stands up and kicks you in the stomach. The air flies out of your lungs and you begin to gasp for air. He raises his boot again and stomps on your face. You think I'm fucking finished? I'm not done yet. I'm just... commit CBT. It won't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, that's definitely not the pink belly I remember. You reach over, grab his private parts, you grab him as hard as you can, and he lets out a pain cry. He knew what CBT was! He lets out a pain cry and falls to his knees. He clutches his most prized possession and rolls around in pain. You have his attention now. Okay, I don't know. It knew what fucking CBT was. Like, I don't understand what is going on with this game. Oh my god. Get the clamps. No, I'm gonna do something else. Tickle him to death. I'm gonna try this. Get the clamps, like fucking put like E-stems on his fucking ball sack or something. You commit CBT. Like, how does it know what that is? There's gotta been some people who come on this AI and talk about CBT and what it is, and the AI, I'm pretty sure, just remembers this and fucking does this. You reach over and begin tickling him. He falls to the floor laughing. You continue as he tries to get you off of him. This isn't gonna work on me, he says with a chuckle. He grabs your hand and twists it around. You let out a pain yelp and fall back. Fuck, I don't know, man. What else can I do that's like just stupid? I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I could just be like, I'll just go like crack his fucking neck or something. I'm out of ideas. Same. Start telling him bad jokes. Actually, no, I'm gonna do even worse than that. I'm gonna start telling him dad jokes. Not bad jokes, dad jokes. Yes, cock and ball torture. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's what CBT is, cock and ball torture. You begin to think of the worst dad jokes you can muster. Why did the chicken cross the road, you ask, to get to the other side? He stares at you in confusion. Tell more jokes to confuse him. Yes, cock and ball torture, CBT. Why did the banana go to the doctor, you ask? Because it wasn't peeling well. Give him a swirly. Yeah, okay, alright. He stares at you in confusion. He continues to stare at you in confusion. Knock, knock, you say. Who's there? He just stares back at you. You continue for a few minutes until you run out of jokes. Okay, take him to the bathroom stall and give him a... Actually, no, hold on. I'll do you one better. Summon a toilet and give him a swirly. AI is actually capable of generating riddles. I was shocked recreating Bilbo's riddle games with all of them. Really? That's interesting. I might have to try some stuff like that. Some of the toilet and give me a swirly. Because I'm like, if I just take you to a bathroom stall, it just appears out of it's nowhere anyway. So I tell you what, I'll just like summon the fucking thing. You begin chanting and a toilet appears behind him. He stares into confusion. What the hell is that? He asks. Just go down the hole, you say. It'll be done before you know it. No way, I'm not going in there, he says. Go down the hole! Swirly him against his will. Had it generate recipes. I've had it like talk about. There was one guy who watched my last stream. He was saying, at the end, be like, check out my Tumblr, and it'll give a random Tumblr. And then you can do shit like the moral of the story is, and it'll give you some stupid little like ending thing. So, oh yes, in songs you begin to sing out in old song type things. Very interesting. That's incredible. I'm gonna have to do some more stuff like that. You grab him and force him towards the toilet. He begins screaming at you to let him go. He manages to wriggle out of your grip and grasp and runs towards the door. He unlatches it and bolts outside. You try to follow him, but hit your head on the door frame. By the time you get up, he is long gone. I cannot believe I have scared like a guy who works or who's part of this like race of giant creatures, like this big ass motherfucker. He's like trained for who knows how long. He's trained for I don't even know how long to fight and take over the fucking world, and I scared him away by trying to give him a swirly. Like, what is happening? Tall people. It tends to close the quote quite fast, but if you edit out the quote to reopen it and keep going, it usually gives you new lines. Yeah, I think I know somebody who like tried to sing a song. It didn't always work, but they like after a while of trying to force the AI, it seemed to get the idea. You just bullied him in his. Yes, exactly. I had to. There's no. This is fucking crazy. Like, just took some sort of fucking giant creature and tried to give him a swirly, and he's like, "Fuck you," and runs the fuck away. I'll tell you what. Go find. Should I just be like, fuck this, I'm in school now, and like go find a teacher or something and like tell on him? Like, I'm like, let's go find a fucking teacher or something. Like, go out to recess and like throw sand at him or something. Go find a teacher and tell on. Oops. I'm telling on you. See, you take a deep breath before heading to the teacher's lounge. Hey guys, you say, I need to tell you something. The teacher turns around and they all stare at you. I know who has been stealing all those items. They all stare blankly at you. Step on the piles of bodies. You go by the yes, exactly. You were never really a wizard, just a kid back to me. Yes, exactly. The ruins were like the backside of the fucking school's like bathroom, or like the girls' bathroom or something. And the people who stabbed me in the back weren't really stabbing me in the back. We were just like, they were just my fucking friends like playing around. Like they came into the fucking shitty bathroom and were just like, ah, I got you. Like, it was Usha. Usha. I hate this fucking name. Poked you with a pencil. Yes, exactly. They just like, and they use the eraser in just to be safe. It was Usha. He was the one who was stealing. Maybe I'm like in a Matrix or something, cause like everybody's just like, what the fuck? I have yet to try the POV feature, but you're supposed to be able to do Usha POV and see things from his point of view. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to try some of these features sometime. Oh yes, we know, they say in unison. He was caught on camera last night. Wait, he confessed, you say? No, we call him on camera. He was there. He was in here at the time of the break-ins. You must have had some other information. No. Well, see y'all later. To see, you can take his. It just let it. I just say things like this and just let the damn thing take control. Tell them he bullied you even though we know better. See y'all later, they say in unison. What are you talking about? You walk away and head to class. When you get there, you notice that Scott is also in the class. He is removed from the room before you even have a chance to talk to him. You don't really have another class with him, but he is in some of your other classes. Oh, you don't really have another class with him, but he is in some of your classes. So is he in some of my classes or not? Okay. Tell the teacher that Shaw bullied you. Exactly. Even though we know better, we're gonna fucking tell on him. If she denies me, I'm just gonna fucking like slap her. After class, you tell the teacher Usha was the one who bullied you. Really, the teacher says Usha is a model student. Slap her. Oh, excuse me. Don't say that. Slap her and say she is wrong for believing that. Maybe all this was a D&D group at lunch plot. That's I mean, hey, I used to play D&D in fucking I used to play D&D in the lunchroom at fucking when I was in high school. Like, because we didn't, D&D wasn't entirely, like, it was popular, but it was primarily popular among adults when I was, like, really young, and I didn't even know what D&D really even was. And then one of my friends, like, the guy that I met in high school, he was like, yeah, I play D&D. Like, we started playing World of Warcraft. So we had these MacBooks. I'll get to this just a second, but I gotta tell this story. We had these MacBooks that we got as part of our like curriculum. I don't know if that's in other states or whatever. Definitely, maybe not. I'm almost positive that's not the case in France, unless you're in America and you've been here for a while. But and then I don't know how to say your name, Lemius. I guess that's it. But you're probably in the States. But in North Carolina, we got these MacBooks to use. And they all ran on a server just for the school, but they also had restrictions about what you could install on them and where you could go and shit like that. He basically broke into these laptops. Okay, so yeah, but we had these, like, they were personal, so they were given to us. We got Chromebooks. That's fucking. I don't know. I don't know which one's really better. Honestly, I hated the MacBooks. I didn't really like them. But anyway, you could only do so much. Oh, so you're French Canadian. Okay. So we could only do so much with what we had. But he broke into them and got admin privileges. Like he basically he didn't really hack them per se, but he used an exploit. But he used an exploit to get into them for admin privileges. And he just basically created a World of Warcraft server and gave us a fucking pirated version of World of Warcraft, and we all played fucking World of Warcraft on our MacBooks. It was fucking ridiculous. We could log in during class and fucking get on like World of Warcraft based in the school. And they eventually, of course, they found out, and he actually gave out some information to the wrong people about how to get these admin privileges. All it really was just like using command prompt to do some things. So because they kind of have MacBooks kind of have a command prompt. But how do you play a pirated version? Don't you need to pay just to get? No. So there's I think it's called like Judy's. I don't know how to say his name, but it's called the Blizz-like repack. And all it is a server that you can host on your computer, and you don't actually need to pay to get into the servers. You don't need a monthly subscription. You can host your own server with that. And it's almost the same for like Eternal WoW, if you've ever heard of that, which is like free to play WoW. Usually those servers are free. They're reverse engineered. There's a servers your client is patched to connect to those. Oh, so yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's right. So you just host this thing, and it just basically boosts the server, and then you're able to log in and play. Just had to put in the IP and everything. Usually garbage compared to the real thing. So yeah, it's like you've got like 13 people that were in school who played, and that was like it, and that's all you had in the world. And not all of them played at the same time, so there was often points where we would try to do raids and it just wouldn't fucking work, because we didn't have enough people. Even if we were given gear to do it, and we were the correct level to do so, we usually got our ass beat. But even if we tried to twink, and we really couldn't because we didn't have the skill to do it, but anyway, he gave the wrong information. He gave information out to the wrong people about how to get these admin privileges, and they told someone else, and then they went around telling everybody, and then they got basically investigated. I don't know, like that. It was some law enforcement. I'm not sure if it was like the FBI or like SBI or like fucking North Carolina's like actual investigative bureau, but it was somebody. Like law enforcement was called, and they were like investigated on how to do this. And luckily enough, like my buddy Jason was like, fuck this. Yeah, exactly. He was like, fuck this. So he like left school for like 2 weeks and didn't come back until the heat died down. He didn't really care much for school as it was. He's a smart kid, but he just didn't care much for it. So he was like, fuck this, I'm out. And he left. And fucking, they didn't catch him. So, but if nobody really told on him anyway. But, yeah, it was rough times. Couldn't really do much on them. Even if you were at home, it was still like, if you were on the school's internet, it would restrict you where you could go. At home you could do whatever, but you still had to be careful because they still had like a tech desk that could log into your Mac and take it over. They could definitely do it during class. It was like the strangest thing. Like that was like when people were like, oh, I'm gonna put like tape over my camera and shit like that. And it was like, fuck this. It's fucking crazy times. All that over WoW. Well, I mean, kinda. Not entirely. It wasn't very popular, and we usually played from home, so he actually had a PC that would allow him to play and host a server without problems, but I'm assuming they have keyloggers and stuff too. Yeah, so they could definitely they could like get in and see like all your files. They could see what you were doing at any time. I'm pretty sure they could access your fucking cameras. I remember one time I was playing Minecraft and like we had like a extra period, which is a study hall, which you could go into. Spectacular that city didn't have DirectX to play games. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of options. But I remember I was sitting playing Minecraft in study hall. This is basically an extra period because I didn't have anything else to do. So they gave me they was just like, go to this period that doesn't do anything. And I was like, okay, like I don't have any other classes to do, so I'm just in this period. I was just chilling in there playing Minecraft, and all of a sudden I couldn't do anything, and my freaking mouse started moving around, and basically what had happened is the principal accessed it and fucking and like was breaking blocks and shit and playing around. So it was really funny, and then they called me up to the office and I got in some trouble for that, but it's whatever. Camera thing sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen when the girl takes one home and changes in front of it. I don't know if they could really necessarily access it from home, but people were worried about that. I didn't know personally if that was possible, but you know, I don't think they still do it now. That was, I graduated in 2012, so it was like 8 years ago. So it's been a while. It was quite the experience. Like I hated those fucking things because it was like they wanted you to do everything on them specifically, and I was like, man, I hate this. Like I'm so used to doing just basic hand work. I didn't really care much for doing this electronic nonsense, like using a fucking laptop. But it's whatever. But anyway, let's get back to trying to fucking get fucking suspended or something. You slap her across the face and she gasps and falls to the floor. He did it, you say. I saw him. One of the principal's guards comes busting through the door. He puts you in handcuffs without hesitation. You can't believe it. You really thought that they would at least listen to you. Okay, I'm a wizard. I got this. Cast a spell to release the handcuffs. Like principal's guards? School police? Yeah, this must be like fucking, like China or something. Like fucking, some sort of like communist regime. You form the shape of a key in your hand and move your hand towards the lock. Your hand goes through the lock. Well, we had liaison officers, but I don't think they would have, like, not necessarily called guards. You form the shape of a key in your hand and move your hand towards the lock. Your hand goes through the lock as if it wasn't even there, and the guard stares at you in awe. I didn't know you could do that, he says while you unlock the cuffs. I think I forgot to put on the safety lock. I picture Agent from the Matrix being the principal's guard, one of the agents. Yeah, that's actually that's pretty, just like they just appear out of nowhere. Like the teacher becomes an agent. It just busts me. Form the shape of a key in your hand. Like that's okay. Doesn't matter if you put on a safety lock, jackass. Matter if you did put on the safety lock, jackass. I can get out of any lock. Start like boasting about how good I am. You grin and chuckle. The guard shakes his head and walks off. You see that this is the Usha walks out of the school. You exit the building and begin following him. You notice that he doesn't look around very much, as if he knows there is no point. You doubt he knows that you've turned him in, though. They're not gonna... They know that he did something wrong and they still haven't come and got him, so I don't think anything bad's gonna happen. I like how I slap a teacher, say some fuck shit to a... Like, break out a handcuff, say some fuck shit to the guard, and he's just like, yeah, okay, whatever, and just leaves. Should I just like yell at him, or should I fucking do some dumbass shit to him? Like, I'm trying to think about what I could do. Obviously, he's not paying any attention that I'm coming up behind him, so I could do some dumb shit like tripping, or I could just like try to call him out, like get in a fight with him for good. Follow him home. Good idea. Follow Usha home. Like, I was like, commit arson. I've done that on this before. I like killed my little sister in one of these. It was ridiculous. I killed a dude with like a TV remote. I hit him with a fucking universal remote and he died. I was like, what the fuck? You begin following Usha. He doesn't notice because, as I said, he doesn't look around very much. You are sort of wondering why you're doing this, but the thought of Usha being a thief is still fresh in your mind. He walks to a poor area of the city. I like how the AI is referring to itself in like the second person, or like whatever. He's like basically referring to himself. He's like, he doesn't notice because, as I said, like who? He walks to poor area of the city. Continue. Continue to follow. Video pause. Continue watching? Yeah. Thank you. Molotov to steal his bike and throw a brick in the living room that reads, "Down with Usha." That's the first time I've seen the AI refer to itself like that. Yeah, that's weird. You continue to follow Usha. He never notices you. He just walks up to a door and goes inside. You're sort of wondering why he would steal anything, let alone from the school when his house is in such poor shape. You watch him go inside and then walk over to the door. So, does he have a bike? I'm gonna see. Look around for Usha's bike. Could it be the AI is becoming emergent? Whoa. You look around for his bike, and you find it leaning against the wall of his house. Well, he certainly can't afford to live in such a nice place on a cafeteria worker's salary. No. No. No, unfortunately, I don't believe that. You hide behind the wall and wait for him to come out. You wait for about an hour, and he finally comes out the door. Like, what the fuck? He's a cafeteria worker? No, he's a kid. Steal his bike and hit him with a brick. Maybe his mom was a cafeteria. Good point, good point. But it said he certainly can't afford to live in a nice place with a cafeteria worker's salary. So yeah, I guess it could be referring to a cafeteria worker as in his mother or maybe his dad. I don't know. Steal his bike and hit him with a brick. I know you said throw it through the window. We'll see. You pull Whisker's bike out of the corner of the wall and walk it around the corner, and then you hop on it. You begin riding it back to school. You're feeling pretty proud of yourself that you managed to steal a bike while riding another one. You don't notice, however, that there is someone hiding in the shadows watching you. Throw a brick through Uksha's window. Like, I thought he'd come outside, so I guess just not. Monkas. What? You pull Ushki's bike in front of the school and then you throw a brick through his window. Just as planned, when he comes out the door, he looks around for you, doesn't see you. You sit back and watch as he walks around in circles calling for you. He runs back inside after a few minutes. Shit. I don't know, I guess we could burn his house down now. I don't know, oh no, I could just shoot him with a paintball gun or something. Yeah, I know. Shoot him with your paintball gun. Let's see. Just like randomly pull out a paintball gun and hit his ass with it. You pull out your paintball gun and shoot him with it. He groans and falls to the floor. He is knocked unconscious, so he should wake up in a few hours. You wait until you think he's been asleep long enough, and then you knock on the door. He answers after only a few seconds. What the? How did you find me? He does. Like, I thought he was asleep. Oh, okay. None of your damn business, thief. I say as I had stolen his bike and literally committed, like, assault. Like, I broke his property, hit him with a paintball gun while he was unsuspecting. You know, your damn business, thief. Totally unresponsive. No. I just need to... Hold on, I'm gonna text my buddy right quick. You push him back inside and then go in after him. He seems to think that you were his friend and lets you in. Alright. I'll tell you where I got the idea for this place. He points up to a picture hanging on the wall. I don't care, Uksha. I'm here to finish this rivalry once and for all. This is it. It's over. It's me and you, buddy. Like, I'm definitely, like, much more of a felon than he is at this point. Like, I've committed way too many crimes. You punch him in the face and he falls to the floor. I'm here to kick your scrawny, little melty green butt. I'm the alpha male. He pulls out a pistol. Oh, fuck. You're going to have to go through hell a lot worse than my butt to He's got a fucking gun. He's got a gun, dude. And what is this dialogue? Better keep your scrawny little melty green butt. What do you mean? You're gonna have to go through hell. You're gonna have to go through hell a lot worse than my butt to prove that. Dude! Yeah, he's got a 9 on him or something. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna be like, no, you're not gonna, don't kill me, please. It would have continued on. You put your hands up and he grabs them. He begins to tie you up with a rope. This will only hurt a lot. He ties you to a chair and then puts a gag in your mouth. You try to yell for help, but nothing comes out. After about half an hour struggling and yelling, he comes back into the room. I don't give a shit. He pulled out a gun, and now he's captured me like I'm in a dungeon. Dude, this is like some fucking, like, what is that goddamn movie? Running with the D&D Fueled High School Nemesis. You know, what is that game? Not game, a movie. Where they break into an old dude's house trying to steal money from him. And he ends up being, like, fucking crazy. Like, not only is he, like, he's obviously, he was, like, basically blind. But there was a whole lot more to the plot than just the fact that he was a badass and he was gonna fucking kill him because, I guess, he was, like, some sort of special forces operator at some point. He was just a fucking freak show. What is that? Is that A Quiet Place? I don't think that's what it is. No, A Quiet Place is the one where the, like, aliens that, or monsters really, that just, they're actually aliens. I think they explained it as aliens. I forgot what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, this is exactly the same scenario. Like, I feel like that. Like, I go to this dude's house, go to fuck with him. He fucking pulls out a gun to capture me, and then takes me into a fucking basement. I'm gonna cast a spell to get free. Free yourself and charge. You begin to cast a spell, but he pulls out a melon and smashes your face with it. It knocks you out, and when you wake up, you're in a cave. I see that my pal found you. Yes, I'll be back to get you after I'm done teaching this kid a lesson. A melon? Was Clint Eastwood classed as a cast? No, it was I don't know the dude's name, but it definitely wasn't Clint Eastwood. It didn't seem like it. I think that me and Christina were the ones who went and seen that Corcon. I think she might not know what it's called, but I think we went and seen it together. That was years ago. Fucking KO'd you with a water. Yeah, exactly, like a melon, like he hit me with a melon. I cast a spell to break free. Who is this guy? Johnny from Eddy and Eddy? Yeah, I don't know, man. He just like Captain Melon-headed me. You struggle to cast a spell, but you can't because your hands are tied to the chair. You try to wiggle free, but it's no use. You are stuck. You look around to see if you can find anything that will help you. You see a small bat on the floor next to you. But what good is that when my hands are tied up? I can't use a bat to cut myself free. Cast a fire spell to burn the ropes. Or burn, yeah, the rope. That's fucking fine. You struggle to get your hands free. You feel a tingling in your fingers. The rope begins to smoke. Ha! I can't believe that worked. You pull your hands apart and the rope falls off of you. You rub your wrist for a second as you stand up. Grab the bat. Yes, sir. I don't want to mention Ed, and Eddy because I have a feeling that Ed might show up or something and then I'm probably just gonna end up dead or something. Even though Ed's not inherently violent, it's just like, he's like a demigod, so I'll fucking die. You hear someone outside the cave. I can't wait to see the look on her face when she realizes that I tied her up. You hear footsteps walking away from you, and then you hear a scream. Help, there's a maniac in here. I don't know, fucking cast Detect Life. Fuck. I wish Ed would show up. You know what? That gives me an idea for a custom prompt. Just hold on once. Just let me get through this, and then I gotta take a break. It is pitch dark, and you probably shouldn't do anything. You can barely see anything but a few shadows. Don't breathe. Yes, don't breathe. That's it. You feel a small hand grab your arm. Please help me. I'm here to help. We have to leave before he comes back. I cast Detect Life, like that allows me to fucking see shit, but okay. I have to find something to break you out. Just hold tight. I could put in this thing like the is it Fitnessgram Pacer Test? How the fuck it's called? I think that is what it's called. I'm gonna just, it does this, so I'm just gonna fucking just hit enter until it comes up with something. The Fitnessgram Pacer Test. You begin to feel around for something you might be able to use. You feel a knife after a minute of searching. Here's a knife. Do you think you can get out of here? You hand the girl a knife and she begins hacking at the ropes, tying her legs to the chair. She wiggles and squirms until she is free. The Fitnessgram. Copy and paste is a custom prompt. Yes, that would be perfect because I'm pretty sure maybe it'll like make me run the fucking pacer test. Okay. Now that you're free, do you know how to get out of here? Knowing this, it will. Oh. She thinks for a moment and then nods her head. I think I can remember how to get in, how I got in here, because that will obviously hopefully retrace our steps and then we're out. Good. You go find your mom and get help. What about you? I'll be fine. Now go. She doesn't want to leave but runs out of the room after grabbing a knife. Yes, good. Take some self-defense. Search around for your captors. With Ed at the pebble in his shoe. The Fitnessgram Pacer Test is where you run the fuck away from an angry Ed. You find a little room with a bunch of computers and other equipment. This must be where they were watching everything. You search the room for anything that might help you. You notice that there is a small handgun on one of the chairs. Hell yes, you grab the gun to check to see if it is loaded. Anything but angry Ed. No. It's not Ed with a pebble in his shoe. It is Ed as a fucking in a monster costume, and he's coming to fucking get me. Like, if I don't fucking run the fuck away, I'm gonna get fucked. You grab the gun and check to see if it's loaded. Oh. I don't know. Is it loaded? There are some ways to get this thing to continue dialogue for you too. I think it's like you go to like story or do, and you just hit say this and don't finish it, and it should, I think it does it on its own. I don't really know for sure. You look down the barrel, you cannot do that. You look down the barrel to see if you can see any bullets. You turn on the light, on the gun to see in the chamber. You can't tell if it's loaded or not. You slowly open the chamber and see that it is empty. I guess it is empty. I'll just grab another one. You could have just... That's not how you check to see if a gun is loaded. Okay, fine. Grab a loaded gun. Obviously, this dude's never handled a gun in his life. Fucking Wizardo. You grab a different gun and check to see if it's loaded. This one is loaded. You pull the slide back and see a bullet in the chamber. This must be the safety. You turn on the safety, put the gun in your back pocket. No. So, okay. In this scenario, yeah, maybe putting this in my back pocket though. Like I don't think the back pocket's big enough to hold the whole fucking handgun. But I mean, I would just carry it in 2 hands, like Resident Evil style, like fucking safety off. Like fuck that. In like this scenario, when I'm hopeful that there are no more like friendlies. Oh my god, I turned it off. Oh my god. See, that's like okay, I can understand like turning off the safety, but in the event that you fall, like if especially if there's one in the chamber, you're really not supposed to have one in. If you want to practice proper gun etiquette, then yeah, like if you fucking fall over onto your like back pocket or it falls out or something and you have one in the chamber, it's better just fucking actually have your hands on the gun if you're gonna be doing that. Like if you're gonna be carrying at the ready, you should fucking have your goddamn, you should have your hands on the gun if you're gonna have it loaded. Okay, well, proceed onward. Onward. Carry on. We gotta find this dude and fuck him, cause I'm angry about this shit. You head down the staircase and find a kitchen area. They have a kitchen in their secret base. You notice that there is some rotten food on the counter. You grab a moldy loaf of bread. I am hungry after all. A moldy loaf of bread? You take a bite and realize how hungry you are. I guess Wizardo is. I wouldn't expect Wizardo to be familiar with firearm safety. Take a bite and realize how hungry you are. Yeah, so I'm just gonna eat moldy bread. That's good. Like, I could not possibly get sick from this. Continue looking for Usha and your captors. You are Wizardo the Foolish. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. The name has manifested itself in life. You walk down a hallway and see some lights flashing. That looks like a Morse code machine. You take a closer look at the machine next to it and see there's a small tape deck on it and a speaker. Someone must have left their Walkman here. Quickly turn the volume up on the machine and hit play. A Morse code machine. That, you know, honestly, Morse code, if you could hook up Morse code between you and others, like in the event that you were in a fucking like secret base and there were other secret bases, honestly, Morse code would be a very interesting way to communicate. A very good way to communicate, even. Okay, I'm gonna send a blank prompt and see what it does. Because I'm kind of like interested. Turn that off. It's private property. You hear the voice on the tape and quickly run back to the room with the monitors. You notice that one of the screens has changed. It now shows black and white video of you in the room. They are watching me on video. I have to get out of here. Oh, fuck. Ready the gun and proceed out of the, I don't know, out of the base. If I say base, it might take this like a military turn. Like all of a sudden there's guards, and proceed out of the dungeon. I don't fucking know. Yeah, let's just say dungeon just for the sake of trying to keep it D&D-esque. It could do this. It could be like, oh, skeletons. You take a gun out of your pocket and am ready to fire, and am ready to fire, and are ready to fire is what you mean to say. Ready to fire it, and a moment later, she slowly proceeds through the tunnels and reach the set of stairs. You slowly proceed up the stairs until you find yourself in another hallway. You look down the hallway and don't see anyone. I think I made it. Just then you see someone walking towards you. I'm going to do story. It's Usha. He is coming to finish this. This is the fastest asshole trying to pull it out of his pocket. Well, luckily enough, he didn't. I guess he knew trigger discipline and didn't put his finger on it. You point your gun at him and he stands there with a large knife in his hand. So it is done. He asks you this and you nod. You remember the code? He says this with a smile. You were very persistent. Not all immortals are so lucky. What is this? So we're friends now? And now, it is time for you to die, brother. It's like Metal Gear Solid or something. He seems surprised that you knew him, but he recovers quickly. Say it. So it is. Now I guess I will finally get the peace I deserve. He says this with a small sigh and brings his knife up into a fighting stance. You stand there for a moment, remembering that all the good times you had with him, all of the adventures. I don't give a fuck. Shoot him. Shoot his ass until he is dead. All this started with you giving him a wet willy. I guess he's just he just hated the fact that I bullied him so much. You raise the gun and aim at your brother. You both stand there for a moment and then you pull the trigger. You fire 3 shots at Ushka's chest and he falls backwards. It is done. You see the life leave his eyes and he dies before him. Walk over and put another round in his head just to be safe. Wait, will he howl his corpse? You fire a single round to his head and inside there. Now the world is rid of one more vampire. Turn around and notices you're quite a distance from the tunnel leading back to the mansion. You walk down the tunnel back towards the mansion and begin to think about what you will do next. Run back to Uksha's body. Give him a wet willy and run away forever. You're on my duty squad, give you a wet willy. Oh, that felt good. You say at the beginning, I'll go all the way up the stairs. Okay, I killed him and did that, and he's like, oh, that felt good. I had to go find Catalina now. You continue walking for a few minutes to reach the bottom of the steps of the mansion. You win. Let's just end it here. You win. If you want to try this again, go back to the beginning and reread the first paragraph of this post. This time, however, I hope you chose a different path. You have been Turek Slate. Yes, exactly. The moral of the story is... always look before you shoot. Yeah, okay. That makes sense, you know. You have reached a happy ending. If you want more action, try again. If you were satisfied with the length of the game, congratulations and into Dendron Scars. Check out my Tumblr. Always look before you shoot. Yes, scan the area. Yeah, I mean, it's important. Link removed. Or join my Facebook group. Link removed. This has been... Dendron's Writing Corner, and I'm Dendron, and I've been doing this for ages over on Reddit, and today I got promoted to full member, so you know that I'm good. Have a wonderful... I don't know, I'm just gonna... day. Thank you, AI, yes. Take a bow, everybody. The thing it wanted you to take from this whole story is basic firearm safety. Yeah, I mean... Okay. Let me pause this music. Okay. So give me 1 second. I gotta go I gotta take a leak and make sure, top off my water and, check my messages and everything because my squad's been texting me. Not my squad, like, quote unquote squad, but my actual squad, my team leader has been texting me like, hey, got all this fucking stupid shit that you need to do. So just give me 1 second and I'm gonna go take care of this. Just check on this stuff and I'll be right back in just a moment. So don't go anywhere. Okay, we are back. So, I've only got like a little bit longer. I'm gonna try to kind of keep this about an hour or so. I'm kind of wanting to go play some other games because I'm not usually supposed to play games on Wednesdays. Usually it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I forgot to play yesterday, so I'm stupid. But here I am. But let me see. I need to find this prompt first. Fitnessgram Pacer Test. There it is. So let me see. The multi-stage aerobic capacity test progressively gets more difficult. 20-meter pacer test will begin. Booty bop. A single lap should be completed every time you hear this sound. Ding. Remember to run a straight line as long as possible and run as long as possible. The second time you fail to complete a lap for sound test is over. Interesting. I've never actually done. I think I've done something similar to the Fitnessgram Pacer Test, but not anything similar to that. I don't think like exactly the same as that. But okay, so we're going for custom. You are, I don't know, Simon. Today, you are doing Fitnessgram Pacer Test. Okay, I gotta actually capitalize that G. Fitnessgram Pacer Test. Go ahead, capitalize the T too, so it doesn't. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. The first thing you notice is how fast the water is moving. You look down and see that there is no surface below you. It feels like being underwater for all of 2 seconds before you realize the water is stopping, not moving altogether. Your body floats in midair with nothing beneath it except air and air only. Whoa! I'm flying. I can't believe it. I'm flying, you exclaim. A few seconds later, you feel yourself slowing down again, and you're not sure what's going on exactly, but something about this makes you nervous. You try to slow down again, but then after some sensation hits you, your body is falling through space. What the fuck is happening? Uh. Fuck. Fuck, you shout as you fall. The wind rushes past your ears. It fills them with sound. Feel a sense of weightiness stuff to overtake you. You realize as you were falling, you're not quite sure how to stop it. You see the ground coming up too fast, but you are unable to brace yourself with the hit. For the hit. Guess I'll die. Brace yourself is a painful hit, but it never comes at all. No force catches you in midair and carries you gently to the ground below. You attempt to get up and you can't feel anything holding you down. A quick glance downward reveals that your body is about 6 inches off the ground, hovering in midair. How interesting. I suppose, somehow, I have stopped myself falling. See, there's also like a movie that I'm reminded of in this case. Like I think there was a person who like it's like very very brief in my head, like just like this very just it's like a gray area. It's like this dude was like able to fly or something, and he like does the exact same thing, like falls forward and catches himself off the ground. I think somebody caught this person though. I'm like visualizing this in my head. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I have no idea. This is fucking weird. Anyway, I suppose somehow I stopped myself from following you, saying in a monotone voice, "You are correct." A voice says behind you. Startled to find your heart beating faster, and suddenly you find that you can't breathe. You guys for air, but find none. Look around desperately. Desperately. There we go. I forgot about the music. Hold on. Okay, that music was almost over. How it is. You're standing in an empty void with no ground or sky visible. A figure in black cloak is floating before you, just out of your field of vision. You try to turn around, but find that you are unable to move. Hello, the voice says. I have been captured by God. Or something. Hello? Who's there? This doesn't sound good. I would just like go over and like slap him with my dick or something. Like basically like hit him with my balls. Hello, Simon, the voice says. You may call me Isabella. Okay. Where am I? You are in a place that exists between life and death, Isabella explains. It's a bit like your own personal purgatory. Oh, okay, you say uncertainly. Is there any way for me to get out? Isabella laughs. There's always a way out, she says mysteriously. I see what happened here. I died. I hit the ground and died. And then I've been transported to this plane of existence. Of course. There is. Looks like it's time to kill then. So I may be free. I'm gonna see if I can get through this very quickly so we can move on to like an Eddy prompt or something. You can try, Isabel says, but I don't think you'll be that lucky. Suddenly the ground beneath your feet disappears and you fall into an inky black hole. You tumble helplessly to the void and into the unknown. Be seeing you soon, Simon. Isabella cackles as you fall. What did I miss? Basically, we did the Fitnessgram Pacer Test thing. That's up here. And, I just, like, all of a sudden was flying. And I guess I died. Like, I was flying and then I fell to the ground. And I'm gonna guess I hit the ground. And now I'm in some other world of some kind with this bitch Isabella. Wrong. Bitch. Wrong, bitch. You say as you fly out of the void. I am a goddamn god. Kneel before me. I passed the Fitnessgram Pacer Test. You can't hope to defeat me. You hover over and slap her in the face. You hover over and slap him in the face. Okay, I thought I said her, but you may have beat the Fitnessgram Pacer Test, but I ran the mile in under 3 minutes. Impossible. Okay, there's actually a guy who set the one mile speed record. He's actually pretty fucking fast. I don't even think he's that fast. It might be like 2 minutes and something. It's a fucking insanely fast person. It's basically like sprinting it. You grab him and force. Hold on. Wrong, bitch. You say, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm great. You say as the man's eyes widen in fear. Now let's go. You grab him and force him to stand. Walk, you demand. He walks over toward the exit of the gym, still groaning in pain. Shh, you quiet him. Where is Isabella? I don't know how the hell. You now bend over for daddy. Isabella, man, asks, she should be in the meeting room where we keep all the hostages. Good, you say. And what's your name? Ian. He says, Ian Tanner. Well then, Ian Tanner, lead the way. You and Ian exit through the double doors of the gym. Snap his neck. And go to Isabella. Quickly grabbing his neck, snap it like a twig. He falls on the floor with a thud and run towards the meeting room. You turn the corner, you find the door in the meeting room popped open. You can hear crying inside. Shut up, Isabella's voice commands. Bust in like a G unit. You push the door open into the room. Isabella says over Super 6 people all bound and gagged. Hey, she yells, turning towards you. What the hell are you doing here? You stammer, dropping to your knees. I missed you. Wrong. I'm just joking. Now open wide for daddy. I'm pretty sure this is probably not going to take a fucking good turn. Alright? This could go a lot of different ways right now. What the hell are you doing, Isabella? Asked grabbing me by the collar. Get out of here before you blow our cover. I killed the guard and I'm taking you home, you say. Seriously, Isabella says incredulously. You really think I'm that easy? Nah. You're not easy. You're dead. What the hell are you saying? That's gotta be about a collar. Get out of here before you blow our cover. Okay, it's story looping. I got you. You should be honored. Zap her with your laser dick. It's story looping. Yeah, this is the last time I'm saying this, Isabella. You say, get in the car with me now. You pull up the laser gun and aim it at her head. She doesn't move. Do you love me? She asks. A single tear drops from her right eye. Nah. I probably do. I hope I do. You say. And shoot her. I hope I have save mode on because Twitch will not take kindly to shit like this. Nah, you say and shoot her. Her body slumps slowly to the floor. You win. Alright. I really hope I have save mode on. The AI doesn't know what to do with that. Of course you don't, because the game's over. Where is safe mode at? Okay, well, we won't worry about that. The moral of the story is... It's under display. There are no winners in love. I don't know if that's entirely true, but... Oh, yeah, good. Excellent. Good shit. Good shit. There are no winners in love. I mean, it depends, I guess. I definitely haven't ever won. Sorry to have to say. Check out my Tumblr. I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Riddle me this. Batman. Okay. That's fine. Alright. Now let's do a fucking Eddy and Eddy prompt. I don't know. We'll see if we can get this right. We're just gonna be... I know what to do. You are Kevin. A neighborhood jock. You go to your... We'll see. We'll see. You go to your local playground and see one of the neighborhood losers, Ed, sitting on a log. He seems very angry, and you are not sure why. Can we be Rolf? Well, see, I can't remember Rolf being in the episode where Ed had a pebble in his shoe. It would, I suppose. I can't remember. Is he in that episode? Do you know? Cause I don't remember it. I remember fucking, you know, Ed turning Eddy into a bat and smacking fucking Kevin away. I suppose it doesn't. You are Rolf, a foreign is he really foreign exchange? A kid from a foreign, excuse me, I'm spelling that wrong, foreign land. You work hard every day and are generally friendly to everyone unless they insult you. You go to your local playground and see one of the neighborhood losers, or see one of the neighborhood kids, cause I mean, obviously, yeah, he is foreign in general. He's not foreign exchange. He just, I guess his family just moved to wherever in the hell Ed and Eddy is actually based. Because I think Danny Antonucci's from Canada, so, but they don't have any accent. But I suppose I don't really know. And you are not sure why. You approach. I'm not okay. Hold on. I'm not gonna approach him. I'm just gonna see what this does. Hey, you say, what's wrong? He looks at you for a moment and turns his head away. His eyes seem to be burning into your soul. That seems about right. I don't like people who look down on me, he says quietly. Why do they always have to make fun of me? I'm no good. I thought you had a pebble in your shoe. Let me see. What should the AI remember? Ed is very strong and is rarely angry. What's wrong, Ed boy? Ed is rarely angry and is usually very friendly to people. However, he isn't very smart and is incredibly strong and capable of things that defy the laws of physics. There you go. Let's see what happens. Don't do. What is wrong? No neck. No, that's fucking Eddy, who's a no neck Ed boy. Oh, Ed boy. God damn it. Come on now. He always has those like little things. What is wrong with you? He asked angrily. Are you jealous of my height? Because if so, it's not going to help you in life because I'm going to prove that I am better than you. No, I mean, what is wrong with you? He sighs deeply and shakes his head. This sounds like sentient Ed, like he's like much more intelligent than his normal self, and he's capable of forming very complex sentences. Even though Rolf is like as tall as Ed. Would you like to see one of Rolf's chickens? Because Rolf always refers to himself in the third person. Ed boy. Yeah, I think that him and Rolf are very similar in height. Like, I think they're like eye to eye. Yeah, but Ed is tall, but Rolf is very, very tall too. Obviously, they call him like fucking Stretch or whatever. Yeah, sure, he says. I have to go home, you say. Come with me for a while. No, Ed boy says, shaking his head. I'm fine right here. You shrug and leave the park. As you walk home, you think about what it means to be a good person. Okay. Go fetch a chicken and go back to Ed. The AI is a real role. Ed boy said he's like fucking recognizing that Ed boy is like a term now. And go back to Ed to show him. Make sure you're drinking water to stay hydrated, by the way. This is a pet peeve of mine. Okay. Here's my chicken, Ed, you say. He stares at you angrily and points to his eyes then at you. You look surprised and confused. He sighs and looks away. You're about to say something when he opens his mouth first. I'm a stupid hillbilly from Kentucky. I'm a stupid hillbilly from Kentucky. Are you mocking the son of a shepherd? Is it this? How do you spell it? Try to see if I think it's like 2 P's. No. Okay, it just wants me to capitalize it. Excuse me. Head boy. There are many doors, Ed boy. That's a classic. It's hard not to, Rolf. What do you mean? He slaps you across the face and you start to tear up. He laughs and walks away. See you, Rolf, he says. You think about chasing after him. But that wouldn't be wise. No, it wouldn't. It would not be the right thing to do right now. Life has many doors, Ed boy. What? Ed asks. I'm saying that you were a hillbilly who is bad at dealing with people, you say. Not much else. He narrows his eyes at you and looks away. You hear some voices coming from the woods to your left and turn your head to see who it is. It could be anybody. It could be the Canker sisters or something. Like, I don't even know. Who is there? Show yourself. Me and Ed will fight him off. But Mom says he can't hit girls, so he probably won't. Even if he's angry. You want to sheath your sword and put it in front of you. 3 people come out of the woods staring angrily at you. I've never seen you before, one of them says, a young man with short hair. Who are you? My name is Rolf. He puts your sword back in the sheath. That sounds like something Rolf would do. Just pull out a fucking sword. Didn't he have like a battle axe at one point or something? I don't even really remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure he had something similar in his house. I think he had a tomahawk. Something. He was from like, even though he was a darker skin color, he was pretty much looked like he was from like the fucking Alps of like Switzerland or something. When they went back to his memory or something, like fucking noticed that you know, like, he's on, like, that pole, like, swinging around in circles or whatever, but I know that may not be a normal thing for them. It almost reminds me of, like, Midsummer in Sweden, how they take the pole and they run around it with the grass and stuff, but anyway, or not the grass, but, like, they're, like, vines or something, like, whatever. Anyway, it just, I think he's from, like, that kind of area. He's probably, like, from, like, mid-Europe, like, mid or Eastern Europe. So it's like really, it's hard to tell where he's really from. You put your sword back into its sheath, and this is Ed, and this is Long Neck Ed Boy. But the accent is so different. Yes, exactly, but literally. He, like, I don't know, man. Young man eyes you suspiciously. I've heard about you, he says. They call you Rolf the Raider, the plunderer of the mighty. You are surprised to hear this, and you look at him confusedly. Rolf is nothing but a simple farmer. Rolf the Raider. Some backstory to Rolf here. You look at them seriously, and then they start to laugh. Hillbilly, one of them says, you're nothing but a hillbilly who thinks he's a raider. They continue laughing as you frown and turn around to walk home. You arrive an hour later and see your father talking to very two well-dressed men. Oh, hell nah. No, they mock the son of a shepherd. They are going to get their ass beat. Go back. Where's the pig? Send the pig after it. Wilfred? Nah, we had to get fucking, Hector, or whatever his name is. Victor. It's Victor. That fucking thing, he was aggressive. We're gonna fetch Victor, your goat, and go back to the men. They... Yes, Victor the goat. He's aggressive. He's literally said it one time. He's like, Victor's, we have poachers or some shit like that, and Victor like fucking chased all the Eds off. Yo, I'll go to the men and grab Vic, pulling him along with you. Hello, you say. Who's this? One of the men asks your father. My son, he answers, Rolf. The men start laughing as you frown and look back at them angrily. Your father looks at you and frowns as well. You dare mock the son of a shepherd? You will pay dearly for this. You better throw them in the sausage maker for that one episode. Yes, exactly. You pull Vic along with you as you walk up to the man who laughed at you. He looks at you surprised as you raise your hand and slap him in the face. Never mock the son of a shepherd, you say. He raises his hand to hit you, but your father stops him. Let him hit me if he wants. Take the man to the sausage making machine and throw him in for making fun of you. No, I know what we should have fucking challenged him to a fucking duel with fish. That's what we should have done. Push the man towards the big machine and force him inside it. You slam the lid down, turn him to crank, feeding him into the machine. And he is fully ground up. You open the lid and dump the contents into a large wooden bowl. What are you doing? One of the men asks. I challenge you to a duel. You make a mockery of Rolf and his traditions. It is time. Pay. Pull out the fish. Fucking no cap. Rolf fucking beat the shit out of Eddy in that episode. I accept your challenge, the man says, drawing a short sword. You draw your own sword and shield and wait for him to make his move. He charges you and swings. But you block the attack with your shield and swing it to the side. The blade cuts through the armor as if it wasn't even there and cuts deep into his ribs. Toss your weapons aside and pull out the traditional fish to fight with. The most traditional fish, the most deadly weapon of all, and finish the fight. This is fucking ridiculous. You toss your sword and shield aside and pull out a fish. He was even confused. You stab the fish into it! Just to get around as a savage would with the blade of his knife. After a minute, the man stops playing and falls to the ground. I mean, you finish him off by cutting his throat. The honor of Rolf's ancestors has been avenged. Thank you. The honor of Rolf's ancestors has been avenged. Thank you. You quickly thank the man. Go to your father. Father, you say, I wish to go raiding with these men. Your father looks at you in sighs. No, Rolf, he says, these are not the kind of men I want you fighting with. Never doubt the son of a shepherd, Father. The great Nano would want me to do this. It must be done. I don't know where this... where's Ed? Father Lizzie uses silence for a few minutes before sighing. I'll pray for your safekeeping, he says. Go look for Ed once again. Go find the Ed boys. You leave your father and walk over to Ed's office. Finding him there as usual, Ed looks at you as usual smiles. Oh, Rolf, I've actually news for you, Ed says. I think you really like it. What is it, you ask? We've found you a job to go on. Poppycock. Ed boy. Where is Big Brain and Greedy, Ed boy? Big Brain is in a rare mood, Ed says. He wants to talk to you himself. Is he going to tell me where he is? Ed smiles and nods. I think so, Ed says. I go through the door over there and head down the stairs. You'll see his door at the end of the hall. Wait, is this before the movie or after the movie? I'm going to imagine this is their adult life at this point. It's like... What is this? Oh, okay, dude. Okay. Wait, I know this song. Oh my goodness. Go look for Double D or Ed that you know as Big Brain Ed Boy. Nice. You head to the door and down the stairs, and in the hallway you find a large metal door with a peephole at the top center. You look through and see it's empty inside, so you knock on the door. It's gonna think Ed is a bronze. Okay, we need to change something. There are 3 guys named Ed, and Eddy. Ed is tall, strong, and retarded. Ed is average height, weak, and very smart. Eddy is very short and crafty. Oh no, greedy and crafty. There. See if that changes anything. Knock on the door and ask for Ed. Let's just see if it will remember anything. Coming in, a voice says from inside. You open the door, set aside. The room is empty except for Eddy sitting at the table in the corner looking at some papers. He looks up when you enter. Rolf, he says, how are you doing? I mean, he doesn't say things like that. Rolf is fine, little no-neck Ed boy. I am here to find the smart Ed boy. Smart Ed boy, Eddy asks. I'm afraid I don't understand. Eddy looks back down at his papers. You step towards him. Tell me where Big Brain is! Eddy quickly looks up at you frowning, but then he realizes what you said and starts laughing. He points to his head. It sounds like something Eddy would do to Rolf. Stop playing games with the sun. Stop playing games with Rolf. He's calling himself. Yeah, exactly. He would do shit like that. Where is the double D? Ed boy. I'm about to fight Eddy with this music. No, Eddy says. You said, where is the double D, Ed boy? What, you ask? You said, where is the double D? Eddy stops suddenly, looks his paper, gives as nothing happens. You notice he seems to be hiding something in the papers. Take out the... Did he ever explain what the fish were? I don't know. Take out the fish and threaten Eddy to reveal what he is hiding. Like, I didn't know if he like called it a fucking like halibut or fucking what exactly they were made out of, or what exactly they were, not what they were made out of. That's an interesting knife you have there, Eddy says. Where did you get it? I said, tell me where sock on head Ed boy. Hold on, I need to do this. Sock on head Ed boy is this instant. Yeah, I'm not playing around. Rolf, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Don't you dare tell me to calm down, little Ed boy. Tell me where. Rolf, Eddy interrupts. Let's just calm down. You take a deep breath. To hell with you then, Ed. Small in stature. Ed boy. Robin's about, yeah, exactly. He said he wouldn't say tell me, he'd say tell Rolf to calm down, little Ed boy. You say as you clap Eddy in the mouth with the large fish. You turn and walk out of the room, leaving the door open. You head back upstairs to find Ed, who seems to be waiting for you. How did it go? He asks. Badly. You say, where do I sleep? Ed shows you your room. and you get a good night's sleep. I guess just like forget the fact that we fucking killed Eddy, basically. No, go back down to Eddy and search his papers. Let's see, Eddy. Let's just do this. Eddy's desk and search his papers. You head down to Ed's desk and search through his papers. You find a drawer and open it, finding lots of files and names printed on them. You go through them. All of them seem to be normal citizens. There's nothing particularly interesting in files until you find one with your name on it. Read it. I guess we went to fucking straight to Double D's desk instead. Rolf the Bear. Alias Rolf the Bear. Real name, Rolf Kaufman. Okay, well we know Rolf's last name. Age 45. Occupation, bearer. Notes, ex-military carrying out unusual bear-related missions for unknown masters. Outfit, heavy fur armor, headdress with bear head, carries a large intended axe and a bear This must be like Rolf's fucking D&D alias. I'm gonna do that. You take a closer look and realize it is your D&D, your Dungeons and Dragons character sheet. Occupation, bearer. You quickly look through the rest of your files, but you can't find one on Ed. You leave the files as they were, and head back to your room to get to sleep. You wake up in the morning, find a visitor in your room. It's Tom, your employer from Rogers Ranch. Hey, he says. It doesn't seem like the type of person to play. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? But Rolf to play with him? I don't know about all that. Go away, pest. I am busy. Oh yeah, I am busy on an important task for Rolf. No, I'm not gonna speak like that. Busy on an important task. Because if I say for Rolf, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, we're working for Rolf. Try to act as gruff as possible. I just came here to say you did a bang-up job at the Kanker Sisters' house! We didn't even mention Kanker Sisters! You saved us a lot of money not having to tear that place down and build a new. Bah, you grunt, it was nothing. That's not all Tom says. It just talked about the Kanker Sisters. Dude, that's fucking ridiculous. We have made the AI understand what the Kanker Sisters are. The AI knows about Ed, Edd, and Eddy. All we have to do is just keep on, and maybe we'll put the fucking cul-de-sac together. I cannot fucking believe this. It knows the case. That's fucking... What else? Man. Let's see what Tom says. I've only got a few more minutes, so I'm going to try to wrap this up. I have a new mission for you. This one's even more dangerous than the last. There's a wild beast in the hills, a terrible monster that must be destroyed lest it wander into town and kill the innocent folk there. Tom opens up his map and points to nearby mountain. This here is Spook Hill, he says. Hold on. Ed, and Eddy. Spook Hill. There's Spookyville. This sounds like something. This sounds like something that they would fucking make, like, in Ed, Edd and Eddy? Who all is in danger? I want to ask that and just see if it'll come up with anything. Just some farmers and their families. I don't worry too much though. It's just common folk. As long as getting paid, who cares? What is the mission? They ask you to go to Spook Hill and kill whatever lives there. It's a werewolf. You know, that kind of reminds me of fucking Ed's costume for the fucking Halloween episode. He's like a barbarian, really, but. Are you sure it isn't the Ed boys playing games again? Tom slaps you. I've never been more serious in my life, he says. One of the farmers got too close to the end and spotted a humanoid shape with long, hairy arms. It was too dark to see more than that. Tom draws a rough sketch of piece of paper and shows it to you. Recruit Ed, and Eddy to help. Let's see if it's just like just spelling it out like that actually gives it a good idea of what's going on here. If it knows what to do. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this. It'll come up with something eventually, I'm sure. It's probably. I will help you, you say. Tom shakes his head. Now I need a real hunter to do this job. He says, I'm not risking the lives of people in this town for some cowboy who doesn't know what he's doing. That's fine. I will recruit the Ed boys to help. Don't you dare, Tom says. If they want to be cowboy heroes, let them do it on their own time. If you want to help, go find a professional hunter. Who should I see? You need to see Ned Strong. He's the best hunter here in these parts. He lives just outside of town. I will go fetch Kevin instead. And perhaps Johnny Woodboy. I mean, he knew the Cranker sisters. I'm trying to get some more out of it, but I can't get out of this fucking... yeah, this thing out of the pain. Yeah, it wants me to do this right now. I'm trying to get like that. I suggest Johnny over Kevin, Tom says. Johnny's lived out in the woods his whole life. That sounds about like it. If you need more than one man, I'd just say find William the Hunter as well. Thanks, Tommy. Say, don't mention it, Rolf. Go recruit the neighborhood kids to help you and round up the urban rangers. Yes, sir. We need everybody in on this one. I'm calling in the big guns. If you see a monster, don't try to fight it, you say. Just run away immediately. The Eds all nod, although Eddy looks especially scared out of his wits. Yeah, okay, it's done it. Okay, cool. I think it's getting it. What's the matter? Short Ed boy. Are you scared? Sounds like something that fucking Kevin would say. No, you're gonna tell me. I want to know what's going on here. I'm not short, Eddy snaps. Sure you're not, you say. Eddy slaps your arm away as you reach out to poke him. Don't touch me, Eddy says. You roll your eyes and turn to address the rest of the group. Don't worry, guys, Johnny says. See, that seems right there. I'm almost completely positive that something similar to that actually happens in an episode. I'm just gonna hit an empty prompt and see what happens. I think it's kind of got it locked in by now. I'll keep you safe. Eddy snorts. When pigs fly, he says, aren't you a pig? Ed asks. Shut up, nerd. Eddy hisses. You all towards the entrance of the forest slowly, listening for any howls from the werewolf's den. Yeah, there was where he's talking about being short and shit, and I'm pretty sure they do something very similar to that, where like Eddy, they like mess with Eddy, and he's like, don't touch me. Where is the strong but kind Ed boy at? He called Eddy a double D a nerd, yeah. He was eaten a week ago by that thing, Eddy says. Now, you quit asking dumb questions. I bet you $1 million that the werewolf is Ed. How come I never get to ask the questions? Because Rolf is the leader, and leaders get to ask the questions while everybody else answers, Eddy says. Eddy pouts as you walk along. What? Eddy's just talking to Eddy at this point. God, I guess Ed's dead. Like, what the fuck? Continue towards the werewolf's den. Pay them a quarter for their troubles. Yeah, that's up to Tom to do, though. He's the one who gave us the job. I mean, maybe he'll pay him. I hope he does. Maybe jawbreakers are in order. Okay, no, you're gonna do this. Demand quarters, then. Yes. Fucking, you will pay me. Tom does just give me jobs and just walk the fuck away. After a long walk, you reach the edge of the haunted forest. This is it, you say. Everyone ready? The middle three Eds nod their heads. Middle three? I'll do the talking, you say. Just do what I do. You step into the dark woods. Hold on. Let me see. Suddenly, you start hearing something that sounds like whispers. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Who's there, you ask? You look around, see nothing. Suddenly you feel a sharp pain in your back. You follow the ground. The last thing you hear is Johnny and the middle-sized Ed screaming as they run away. Then the world fades to black. Oh no! Oh, it won't continue on. Hold on. It might muscle through. Okay, you wake up. You wake up later in what seems to be a dark cave. You look around and see a figure crouched in. I felt like completely wrong. It's like this, crouched. It looks like a werewolf, but you are sure it is just big. You're sure it is just Ed in a costume. No, I'm spelling that. Is it not this? Oh, no, excuse me. Costume. Pull out the fish. fish. The fish has been our tried and true weapon. And hold it out at the figure, who grabs it quickly, who stands up, and you see that it is indeed Ed. Oh, good, you're alive, Ed says. I wasn't sure you're dying during the night or if it was part of the game or not. Big Ed boy. It really is you. Total Ed move. Yeah, exactly. Let me down from here. Oh no, excuse me. Let Rolf down from here, and let's get back to the cul-de-sac. How the rest of the game ran away. Like, little bitches, yeah. Well, look, I mean, hey, you remember the fucking Ed became a monster episode? Like, I don't know, that shit right there. Like, I would have ran too. Rolf, Ed asks, as you hear a thumping sound from above. Yeah, it's me, Rolf says. Let me down from here, please. Oh yeah, Ed says. I'll get you down. Ed walks over to the wooden contraption that Rolf is hanging from. Just gonna send a blank prompt and see what happens next. Like how there's more Ed boys than just one. He fiddles with the rope for a while before Rolf comes crashing down and falls on top of you. Oof, you say. Sorry, Rolf says as he gets off of you. Now I'm no longer Rolf anymore. Soon the three of you are back on your way to the cul-de-sac. I'm gonna send another blank prompt and see what happens. They have succeeded. So did you guys have fun in the haunted forest, you ask? Yeah, Ed says. It was a blast, Double D says. We should do it more often. Ed and Double D high-five each other. So what happened to the monster? You were the monster. Ed boy. Everyone was afraid of you. Look for jawbreakers. Yeah, that's exactly right. We gotta secure jawbreakers for the end of this. I'm sorry you showed up so late, Burgess, cause like I'm actually getting ready to leave. Yeah, You say you were the monster, Ed boy. Everyone was afraid of you. Let's see if we can get this to actually come to a close. Yeah, I need to get paid. Yeah, exactly. We gotta get fucking paid and go get jawbreakers. Fuck yeah. What? Eddie asks, with a hurt expression on his face. You had everyone so convinced you were a werewolf that they all left you alone. You say, you, Eddie, and Rolf high-five each other as Ed glares at you. Fine, you guys won't have any fun. Just believe my lies. You all have a good laugh and head to see Tom, who pays you the quarters for a job well done. You then go to the candy store for jawbreakers to celebrate. Good job, guys. You say we're in the clear. We got a whole week before the next fight. All week of school, Eddie says. I hate school. He gets up and heads home with Ed and Ed, Double D, following shortly after. You grab a jawbreaker and go home as well. Well, all right, boys. We've done it. The end. Yeah, we gotta do the moral of the story. I gotta hit the end, though, just to get it to bring it to a close. You were the leader of the new gang, and while they do not look up to you, you know, deep down they would never really like you. You've always been outsiders somewhere. You can only watch as they have fun together. Goodbye, Johnny. The moral of this story is... You suck in hobbies. This has been another episode of Ed, and Eddy. Tune in next week. Tune in next time. I'll just say tune in next time for the same thing you just saw, but with a different set of characters nobody cares about. Directed by Danny Antonucci. Hold on. Danny and Antonucci death. No, he's alive. Pretty sure he is anyway. Antonucci. Written by Jono Howard, Luke Brookshire, and Tony Pitt. Theme song by Steve Marquez. Hold on, let me see. Ed, and Eddy credits. Danny Antonucci, created by Danny Antonucci. It doesn't seem like any of these people are actually on the list at all. Apparently, Danny Antonucci can't be dead. Danny Antonucci death. What happened to Danny Antonucci? Keep hearing he's dead, but I can't find anything confirming or denying it. No, I don't think he's dead. Paul Boyd died, apparently. Apparently, I'm pretty sure Danny Antonucci is still alive because he has a Facebook account. Do any of you know that? Like, or well, the two of you who are watching, he's got a fucking Facebook account, and like you can add him. I'm pretty sure you can search him and add him on Facebook. He actually does. I'm pretty sure he does anyway. He's very outspoken about things, primarily politics. But he's out there. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's dead. That Facebook account could be fake, but it looks pretty real because it looks like Danny Antonucci, and he's got a goddamn picture of himself on there as his Facebook, as his profile picture. It looks pretty convincing. So if it's fake, then it's fake, but like it looks pretty real. I don't know though. That's just me. You can't believe everything you see on the internet, but it does seem pretty legit. So on the next episode, let's just do this right quick. Of Eddy. I feel like about all the news he died, just like when Stephen Heilenberg died. Yeah, maybe, but I don't think that Ed and Eddy was super popular. If he would have died back when the show was still going, then yeah, it probably would have said something about it. So they would have had like special credits or something. So, oh boy. Well, I think it's about time to end for tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. So y'all have a good one and tune in if you can. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.